Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Age of Wonders Planetfall. So, as I said, if you watched the last video, I did run on a little bit afterwards to just kind of finish off a few things that weren't really worth showing on the video. So I'll show you the bits I did. Not much, it was probably about 5 minutes or 10 minutes of gameplay. And all I did was one thing worked out well actually. So all I did was I started another settlement. So now we've got two. One city there, one there. This one has the catchy name of EYXZR4. So that's cool. Where do you live? I live in EYXZR4. So we might change one of them because they don't sound very... They don't fit together. Tyexnoid, at least, is a kind of name, so we might change it. Anyway, so I did that, got a new settlement going. The other thing I did over here, and it's just by luck, when I was going this way with my main army and my leader, I found another one of those areas where there's a special thing from the Revelations DLC, a special kind of, what do they call it? Anomalous site, he said, trying to get his teeth in. So that worked out well, because I was going to go all the way, there was another one, all the way over here, and I was going to have to send someone up there just to make an example of what that is. I still will want to do that, but like I said, it's a long way to, not a long way to go, but it's a long way to send, for example, we've only got one other army, and it's a long way to, and it needs to be a leader that does it, and it's a long way to go with just a small army, so we need to boost that army up in case we get attacked on the way. Oh, one of the things I was thinking while I was just setting this up or starting this is, it'd be kind of helpful in this game. I mean, it says Army of Quista, which is our overall leader, the character we selected as being our governor, our general, our top leader. But it would be kind of helpful if, because we know that obviously we're that we've got colour coding for our army, and we've got our little symbol, and I think it would be kind of helpful if it said army of whoever that leader was. For example, that leader, and I'll tell you now because I can't remember, which is part of the reason why I'm saying this, is that hero leader is Lucius Hadron. Now, I don't remember that, and we only got two leaders, so that one's our main leader, and that's our the one we gained since we started, and we'll gain probably at least 3-4 more. And it's hard to remember their names, and it's hard to remember who they are, and it would add to A, the fact they're kind of a bit more important than just the figurehead, and B, just like, and I've played this quite a lot, so during game, it would be very helpful if it actually said their name, because often from the picture you can't quite remember which one that is, and calling everything the Army of Quista, well, you know, we know that, but it'd be quite helpful to kind of either have another little tag on it that's, you know, whoever the leader is, or just put that general's name, because we know whose army it is, because it's got our logo and our colour. Anyway, that's enough about that. So we're here, we'll do this, I'll show you this. So this is our army that's gone on to the anomalous site, said it right this time. I can't say that word properly first time ever. Anyway, and this is from the Revelations DLC. You need not your overall leader, but you need a leader hero to do this. You can't just send a random unit. So how they usually seem to work is you get the first part, which is just to kind of clear up. Like I said, this kind of reminds me, if you've ever played Stellaris, it reminds me of some of the missions in that, where you can clear up a thing, or uncover a thing, drill a thing, and then later on it asks you what you want to do with the next stage. So when you're uncovering sites, or I can't remember what they call them in that, artifacts or something, you have to do that. You sort of uncover them, and then it'll ask you what you want to do next. So the first thing we need to do is excavate the sand, because we need to get it done, and it's ongoing. You have to stay there while it's ongoing. So again, back to that other site, which is a long way away. It's not, you don't want to be standing in one place with a small army in a distant place to your home cities and home worlds for an indefinite period while you're looking into a site. And you'll see how that works in a minute when we get the next part. So anyway, so that's that. So we've got our other army, which again, it's not really ready for action. 465 in army power is like, it's not fantastic. There's a minor army which is 280, which we might beat. That one's 340. We could have we might fight one of those just to get some level up. We've got we're making a unit there, so we've got someone being created. I'm going to change the name of this because what I remember, and just to show you, because I don't think I've done that on this stream, I'm just going to show you simply just change the name, and you can change it to anything you want. No, that's not a word. I need to put the I first. Let's call it Zillofax. Oh, I just made some up the top of my head, but it sounds in keeping with and you say okay to it, and then it's called Zillofax, and it sounds in keeping with Tyxnoid at least. But you can make up names of, you know, places you know, people you know. You know, you can call everything New London or New Washington or New Siberia or anything you want. Or you can leave them as they are, but I just thought just to show you and to even out our place names, we do that. Right, so we've done that. We're researching still. We haven't got much else in armies. We've got our one little unit up there. Just keeping an eye on that anomalous site. I'm going to say that very carefully from now on, because I think it's like kind of rush into it and I've not thought about it. What I need to think about it, I have no idea. So that's that. Can we build anything here? No, because we're assembling that unit here. What are we doing? We're doing something else, so that's fine. So we'll skip our turn. Oh, I think it's okay, well that, like I said in earlier videos, that happens. So you've got these scout units, they're not, but the ones you send out on their own just to check out the lay of the land, and it can be that they last for a very long time and they don't get attacked, or they can just be somewhere and they'll be attacked by these random marauders, and when they do get attacked, you've got no chance. So it's, as it says there, impossible battle, and you can see that it's impossible battle. You can't run away, so you might as well just do auto combat and die, which is what it is. So it's done. It's a shame, but that's how that's going to work. We've still got to stay there because we're doing that investigation, or we're uncovering the sand. A proposal from Claudius Proton, who's one of the other AI faction leaders, I think. He wants some cosmite, and they're going to give us energy. These deals come along often, and there's two things to consider. Three things. One, you can kind of gain a bit of favour with them, though that's not really that important. Two, you can gain a resource that you might want if you want it. And three, if you see that, especially later on when you're at war, or you're at war with different people, if you know that it's a likely resource that they're struggling with, you don't want to give it to them, because obviously they might want cosmite to research better tech, and you might not want them to have it. So at this point, we wouldn't mind 120 energy. We've got plenty of cosmite to spare. We're not at war with them, so just on this occasion, we will agree, because it's good. There's a thing on that when you get a deal offer where it says something like it's a fair deal for you, and it's not. And always consider, don't just go with what it says. Sometimes you might really want the deal, And so saying it's a fair deal might be an understatement. Sometimes you might really not want the deal and it might be fair, but you might not need the resource at all. So that, because it's not considering, I think when it says that, it's not considering whether you need the resource, it's balancing up what they're giving you and what you're getting, but it's not thinking you really desperately need something. So sometimes it might seem a fair deal, but you don't actually need the thing they're giving you. And other times when it's to do with giving people sections and that sectors, you really won't be wanting to do it anyway. So I think we might, because we're just sort of waiting there, and I don't like waiting, but maybe we could have a little battle just to have some experience. Yeah, I thought we'd win that. So we've killed some marauders, we get some energy, we'll get a bit of XP, we'll take the reward, and then we'll just step back, because that one's a level, well, that's now 340 in strength, and we've lost a bit of our power, so we're very similar. We don't want them to attack us, that would be bad. That's finished building whatever it was building, I can't remember. So we can build something else. We'll build a recreational dome, I think. Like I said, all these one-off things, I always find it's better to wait to see what you need, and as you can see from our stats at the top with what we're producing and what we've got, we don't really need anything at the moment, and it might be that, and it will be at some point, we may desperately need energy or something, so I'll save those until we need it. We could build the defence turrets, but again, we're not going to have our main cities attacked early on. That never happens, or it's never happened since I've been playing this. So we'll build a recreational dome, because why not bring some happiness to people? That sounds good. What else? We can't move that other army. That army's been moved. That one's building a thing. We're doing our research. Okay, we'll end our turn. And I'll come back to something I said, I think in the previous set of videos I made about this game, which is that, and again I'm coming back to that Total War franchise, because it reminds me of that a lot in lots of ways. You have to kind of balance whether you want to fight the battles manually to whether you want to do auto and it's easier. As with the Total War franchise, sometimes it was better, as in this game, if you used you played it manually, because you get better results. Sometimes you'll get better if it's auto, because if it's an easy battle you sometimes lose more by not doing it auto. But also the other thing, and I'm not doing it much in these videos because the battles itself can take up a lot of time, even if it's a small battle, but you have to balance yourself whether it's more enjoyable to play some of the battles manually just because it's more fun than to just auto everything, because probably since you've been watching this, you can see that you can auto almost all the battles and it's pretty similar to the result you want. The only ones that are going to be different is when you very closely matched, and then you can still auto it, and if it goes wrong you can do it manually afterwards. So yeah, I would say that this game, if I was playing this off video and when I played it myself, it's beneficial to do some of the battles yourself, because it can become a kind of click and move game very quickly. You just click on someone, move there, click on a battle, auto it, and like I said, it hasn't got that in-depth character political management you have in Total War, so it's good to do some of the battles yourself even if you don't need to. Anyway, so let's see what we got. Commander leveled up, that's nice. Okay, so we produced our unit from somewhere. Where is it there? So we're going to send that unit over there. We'll merge them with that group to get a slightly bigger army, and then we'll probably attack that marauder. That's our plan. Let's see what's going on here. We can make another unit, or we could make something. I think we'll have standard military infrastructure just to get the ball rolling. What else? Commander leveled up. You don't need to do those things straight away, and we're not in any immediate conflict. Noid can annex a sector, that's useful. Let's see if there's any sectors worth annexing. That one, that's got a lot of research, DNA vault, which would mean we'd need to do that thing where we enter the vault. There is the vault, and we need to enter it, but that's probably a good sector to annex because it's got lots of research and it's got power and it's got everything actually, so we could do what we want there. So let's have that. We won't upgrade our command at this moment, we'll just move on. I'm keen to get to the bit where we do the have we not got to that point yet? Let's just check. Okay, so we got to the point where we've done the first part of the anomalous site mission, and we've located a very old mining facility from a time when the Star Union first contracted what would become the Divar. And the logo is different. The name Red Core is a revered name among the Divar. It was a conglomerate that first pioneered the use of exosuits. So what we get out of that is a reward of production development. At the bottom it says progress step 1 and step 2. So we'll take that because there's no reason not to. And then you usually get, or you always get from what I've seen so far, these kind of options. So you can ignore these. I've got some prototypes, so we could ignore the prototype, clean up the quarry, which takes 1 turn, and we definitely get it as 100% guaranteed. Or we can use Cosmite to try to complete the prototype. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds much more beneficial. It's a quarry, but if we do, we'd rather get a prototype if we can. 50% chance. It does say leave for now. I'm not sure. I know again, harking back to Stellaris, I know when you got those scientific exploration sites and you were doing that, sometimes when your excavator scientist unit leveled up more, they'd have a better chance of success. But I don't know how this works because the leader's not a scientist anyway. I know you get mods, so maybe later on we get mods that will buff up the chance to do this, but I'm not sure. And we could leave for now, but again, I'm not sure whether that site will still be there. I'm not sure whether one of the AI players can come and take it, so we'll just do it. But there are possible options. Maybe you can wait and get mods that make that particular leader better at research. I know there's a mod that does something about artifact research, so maybe that's it. But anyway, so we'll just stay there and do that. That's good. Paragon faction demand. So like I said, these people, these NPC factions, they'll just demand stuff. It gets a bit annoying because you kind of think, stop demanding stuff, especially like I said, when you're at war or when you're low on resources later on in the game. It can become really irritating. But at the moment, 10 in Cosmite is nothing. We don't need that. We do need that, but we don't desperately need it. We've got enough, and like I said, the earlier on when you can do their quest or give them what they want, it's best to do it, because then later on when you don't want to give them, or you're in a war with somebody else and you're too busy, you can refuse and they won't start having a war with you. So let's just give them that and they can go away. We've got one of our
Everyone needs an excuse to do what
tech research is done. We can steal maps, operational press, just boosts the chance of those things working. We can fabricate a reason to have a war, that's what that is. But
diplomatic consort.
we don't need to do that yet. So I think operational effectiveness is good. Like I said, in this game, and it may happen, but it's not happened to me, I've never had a problem with food or production. So it may just be me, it may be something that happens, but I've always had shortages of energy, which you need to make units, and shortages of research occasionally, but I've never had a shortage of food, so we won't rush to that. We'll just boost their operational effectiveness, because that can be handy. Again, we're not at war with anybody, so none of these things are desperately important, but tile, oh yeah, they've got that unexplored sector, and we've also got something that we can build there, so let's see what we want to do there. I think we want to do research there because it's got more than one research thing, and that's good for now. Yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, that's cool. So far, since I've been playing the Revelations DLC, and I did read all about what you get with it when I bought it and downloaded it, the only thing I've kind of come across so far is I think there's a different tech when you can pick the text you do with your initial start-up character and what you give them, and the other thing is this anomalous sight thing. There's loads of other things that are in it, but they've not come yet. But like I said, I only got this recently and I've not played that long with it, so it's always fun when you get a major DLC from any game, not just a cosmetic one or something like that, because then you know straight away if you're getting a cosmetic boost or just one thing that gives you one new mission. But when you get a major DLC pack with any game, it's always fun to be playing on and find out what things it adds and what things it doesn't. So we've got electron impact, which is another thing where we get a mod and an operation option, which is all good. I've had that before and I didn't ever use that, so we're going to do that. But as I said, all these things early on, they're just things to kind of tick off, because you won't, there's no one thing you'll think, I really need that, and in different games they're all going to be slightly more relevant or differently relevant to what you're doing and where you're located. Like I said, the aqua water tech and things is going to be things related to what kind of armies you have and who you're playing, so they'll all be different, and I've not found one that's like that's the one I really want. Later on when you're at war, these ones you'll want because you'll realise that could be very useful. And with the military ones, in general, I always try to pick, the first thing I always try to pick is the one that gives you, like there, it gives you a new unit. But that's just me, I'm not saying that's what you should do, but I think I do that in most games. If it's a new unit, I always find the new unit is going to be better than almost anything else. Unless it's something else you specifically know is like, that's an amazing tech or something, so we'll go for that next time. But anyway, there you go. Production in Zillow packs. Okay, let's see, we can build a unit. We could do that. We could improve the military defence, or we could I think we'll build another unit, because we want to sort of fill up our other army. So what we're going to do, actually, I don't think I've done this yet, is we're just going to pick our scavenger, which is a good, I like that unit, it's a good unit, it's a base unit for our faction, and we'll just give them whatever mod we can. We've got quite a lot of cosmite to play with, so we've got resistance, statically charged, I like that, we'll give them that. Heals is good, I always like heals, that's good. We'll give them 2 at the moment, or maybe we can give them 3 actually. Phase walk modulator, additional shielding, walk through obstacles, like that, have that. So then it will say mod the equivalent units, which is any unit in any army you've got will have that those mods now. And we've got the cosmite to play with, so we'll do it. And it will just upgrade all there. And it gives you this name, for what you want to call that upgrade, basically. I've not changed any of the ones in any of the playthroughs I've done because I don't really see the point, and it's hard to remember what they all are. But intangible is fine, we'll go with it. And then also, because that wasn't really a thing, we'll also make one of these, and then we can still make the base one, like you can see there, but we can also make the upgraded one, and we will make an upgraded one. So, and those things do make a difference. I'm still not convinced how much upgrading units in battle means. I mean, upgrading your generals, yes, because you get bonus skills with a whole huge list of skills you can do each time you upgrade them. But upgrading the base units in battle, where they get different levels, they don't have more skills really. It just means theoretically maybe they've got more hit points or they're slightly stronger, but I don't know how much difference that makes. They still get killed, so you want to mod them. That's where you get the better bonus with them. So okay, we're done with that. We're at the point where we finished that. There are lots of things happened. We can recruit another hero. We'll look at that in a minute. Message from the spacers. They want something. Okay, so again, sometimes they want sectors. That usually happens later on when you've got more conflict with them and you've got more sectors. Sometimes they want you to kill somebody, and sometimes they do these ones where they want you to do some research for them, and that's actually quite good because you can't really lose anybody, and you just say yes and you can research it. We can gain a hero. We check out what they've got. They look quite cool, don't they? I like the look of it. Art projector, that sounds cool. They look kind of cool. Yeah, okay. We'll have them. I'm not sure because, like I said, I've had different playthroughs of this, and you always get at least 4 leaders, heroes. Sometimes you get 5, sometimes you get 6, and I'm not sure what the reasoning is in that. I'm sure the game has reasons, and maybe it's because if you refuse one a few times then it will take longer and there's a point where you don't get more. I'm not quite sure, so yeah, I'll take the ones unless there's a particular reason I don't want one, and the particular reason would be maybe if they're the one that comes along is another, for example, ranged sniper and you've already got 2, or maybe the reason would be it's another one with a motorcycle or a flying vehicle and you've already got some of those, so that would be the reason you might refuse one. Or aesthetically you might just not like something about them. That can happen. Okay, so we've okay, well that's a shame for me, and it's a shame for the video because I would like to have got that to see what it was, but we didn't get it. I can tell you from the other playthroughs I've done with the new DLC and these anomalous sites that I've often got that. So I think this is the first time I've actually had a failure when I've had a 50%. So it's just luck of the video, and of course when you're trying to show anyone something you always get the wrong result. So okay, it's a failure. We still get, as you can see, we still get the quarry, we get some production, we get some research, we get some cosmite. So there was no real loss to doing that at all because we still got the quarry anyway. So
objective completed,
and it's all good. We're happy with that. And we might pop over there and grab whatever that is for free. Free stuff is good, and that's free research, which is nice. Okay. We've got quite a lot of things going on. Like I said, always make sure you sign out of your thing. What's our strength there? We've got quite a strong army. We might go and kill them if we, well, I assume we'll kill them. You can never be sure in this game. Like I said, there's times when you feel, oh, well, obviously we can kill them, but they're going to retreat, so we'll allow them to retreat. Then we'll just set up some research.
I was inspired reading.
We'll do the last one in. I know we said we'd do the new unit, but we might as well finish. It's only one turn. We'll do that one. And we've got society research. And again, although I'm not saying food is paramount, it's worth doing in order at the moment. So we'll do that. We can still upgrade our commander, but we don't really desperately need to. We've made a unit there. That's good. Improve military structure, no turns. Okay, let's just do that. No turns is always a good thing. What else? Join those two armies, that's all good. Advanced military infrastructure, not really. We don't desperately need that. Oh, we've got a sector, we've not So these level things tell you the level in that sector that's achievable, so we'll just go for energy because we always need that and it's a high level there, so let's just do that. That's all good. That's all good. Because it's going to keep saying that until we do it, we'll upgrade this our main leader. And we've got quite a lot of skill points actually, so we've got a whole tree of them. You can see we've got ranged, they're not melee weapons. Are they melee weapons? I'm not sure actually. Anyway, so we'll increase our health, that's always good. Now there's that tech that I talked about before, which is a mod tech, skill, whatever, which is archaeology expert. And yes, it says choices in anonymous sites take 1 for your turn, and maybe that's going to help the success rate. So I'm going to take that. If I'd known that before, I might have taken it and not done that research, and maybe I've got a success in getting that thing from the site, but never mind. Nanite boosters, they sound good. You don't have to use all your points at once. We've also got mods. What's that one? Repurpose a corpse, that sounds nice. So we've got these other things. Phase walk gives us a shield, that's the static one. Yeah, we'll do that one. Always but be aware of new mods you get, because they can, each time you do new research, you'll get new mods, and they can vary quite a lot. So even if you give your leaders a certain amount of mods, or your units, when you're setting patterns for your base units, always check what new mods you've got, because you might well want to change up what you've got. So that's that. So we've done that. I think next we'll probably have a fight down there. We'll go around there. We've got our new leader who isn't really ready to do much, but that one is kind of at a better level. We might attack them. Okay, so we've explored the anomalous site. I'm going to write that down in small letters next time so I can say it first time. We've done that. We've expanded a little bit. We might want to build another colonizer next time, but I'm not sure. So yeah, I think we'll call this now, because like I said, I don't want to make these videos about this too long, because I'll probably do a few more on this game, at least till I get to a point where there's slightly more going on than just the kind of background early building, busy work, whatever you call it. So anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll be back with another video on Age of Wonders Planetfall next time.